Hey everybody, welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 2. When last we left off, I'm going to give a very quick catch-up version of the plot. We might have been sent by the Illuminati, it's not clear, and the President appears to have betrayed the Illuminati and is now actively working with the terrorists to launch a nuke. Which they will use to atmospheric EMP New York and secede from the United States. Yeah. So, unfortunately, we've been rumbled. We need to get the hell out of here and get over to Shell 2 so we can find the President and see what the fuck is up with all of that. So, we need to... Get wrecked. Oh shit. That... Okay, that was... not what I intended. My plan was I was just gonna shoot him and then get in the elevator. I wasn't expecting the alarm to go off that quickly. See the caution. Uh-oh. Are they actually gonna check? He's right there. Okay. They're backing away. The lift should still be there. But yeah, also kind of genuinely forgot that I don't have the silencer for the AK. Okay, caution's actually going down now. As soon as he walks past again, I'm going to hop out and deck him. Okay, wait for him to go. Got him. Alright, let's very quickly get out of here. Suit. Don't need it. Alright. So we need to get to... Oh, Nelly.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Okay, he's going. Oh. Crap. Whoa! Alright, they've got shotguns. Oh god, I think I'm gonna die here. Yeah, I'm super... I am so dead. Wow, that guy's got... Oh, come on, keep running! Stupid hurt frames. Oh, hell. I'm bleeding, so that means I need to use a bandage. I have made a complete hash of this. Oh, come on. What? There was only 3 before. I'm just gonna cast myself into the water and try this again.
Right, what's wrong?
Get to show off the mission failed screen, though.
Raiden,
Okay. Yeah, then where the hell are they? Nope, none of that. And last one over there. There we go. So we need to get to strut D while also not dying. And vines, no landmines. Oh, for God's sake! Okay. Well, I can.
Who is that? It's the enemy. Hunt me down.
Man. I've been spoiled by
Something over there.
Can you leave, please?
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Dispatching reinforcements.
Leave, please, so I can kill him.
Extreme caution.
Oh, come on, how is he?
Some backup here.
Oh, damn it. Alright, I'm just gonna let them kill me and try this again, because I need to... I need to restart and get my head together, because I'm scrambling too much. But, I've been spoiled by later games that were a lot more forgiving, where you could actually fuck up and like have a chance to recover, whereas you don't get that in these early ones. If you fuck up, then the alarm is just instantly goes off. So we need to go to D.
Nothing here.
Okay, he's fallen asleep, so let's just leg it for the door. Ugh. Oh good, we're doing this again. Alright. Heck. So we need to get rid of the guy who's on the lower level there. And then quickly leg it down. Just leg it down and across. Where the heck is he? Okay. That guy's walked off. Let's just leg it. Ugh. A complete arse on myself. And it's only been 10 minutes. Oh yeah, shit, we never got the node around here. Alright, so I know that it's the lower guy who does the check-ins. So I can plug...
Nothing here.
Yeah, it's the dude on the lower levels who's doing the radio stuff, so... Stop turning. There we go. There he goes. So, node's right over there.
Nothing here.
Which way is he going? He's coming back this way. So we just do a big if he's gonna, is he gonna come all the way to the end?
Nothing here.
Actually, okay. He's just done his check-in, so let's plug him, run for the node, then run back out, because it'll take a... Alright. We've got a couple of minutes before they react to the fact that he's not there. Download the map already. So, I think we want to go up this door. Yeah, that's the level 3 door, so we want to go out here and this will take us to Shell 2. This whole bloody place has been rigged to blow.
Raiden, can you hear me?
Pliskin, where have you been?
Checking around. I'm in Strut H right now. How's the situation over there?
We have a lead on the President's location.
Where is he?
Shell 2 core, the first floor.
I'm cut off from the core where I am. It's a mess here.
All right, I'm on my way to Shell 2 right now.
There are IR sensors in place on the connecting bridge between Shells 1 and 2. If you break the beams, the Semtex will go off.
Yeah,
I know how
heard
a
you
trip
talking
mine
about
works.
Target the control units and destroy them. Make sure you don't shoot the Semtex.
What do the control units look like?
Take a look with your binoculars.
Yeah, we know what the control units look like. They're the same as they were on the tanker.
That's the Semtex. And that must be the control unit.
That's very strange. That looks like a visual bug. Oh, I see you. Come on. Ugh, I'm just spraying wildly. Pretty sure you're supposed to have like a PSG-1 at this point. Carefully, carefully. Man, they've really rigged this whole place. Yeah, get PSG-1. Where the heck is the PSG-1? I feel like I should have that before... hang on, let's call Pliskin and ask him.
Don't try to shoot out control units with the handgun when the distance is too great. The weapon doesn't have that kind of range. Use the sniper rifle.
Where is
I
the
saw a PSG-1 in the storage room on Strut F. There should be one left, so go and grab it.
Okay, Strut F, that's the... Oh crap, that's the warehouse. We just came from there. Okay, well we're definitely going to want to grab that, because we're going to need it. Okay, these guys are still asleep. We likely don't have long before they cotton on. Doing it from this angle, it's much easier to tag a guy in the chest with a track dart and just leave him to fall asleep. Couple of seconds. Come on, fall over. There he goes. The amount of time it takes for a guy to like react when you've hit him with a trank dart can vary wildly depending on where you hit him. And it only gets worse on higher difficulties.
There's somebody there.
Sure ain't anybody here. He's just too fast. Yeah, connecting bridge. So that guy should... Oh. I wonder. Oh. Just about to see the top of his head. Come off it. Okay, so they just spawn endlessly if you get caught. Noted. I figured out how to move and shoot at the same time. Aha. RGB. Whoa. RGB 6. What the heck is that?
Move!
Oh crap. So this is a thing they added in. This is a thing they added in later. Well, into this game and not any of the others. These guys will do breach and clear tactics. And apparently they actually got like a real SWAT guy to teach them how to do it.
Return to your positions. Increase security.
Every room in the game has this.
Intensify the level of security.
So what the heck is RGB? What's the RGB? Oh, grenade launcher. That'll be fun. There. Wait for it. Ah. Too fast. Okay, C4, so... I have a feeling it's on the other side of the upper level. Hi, friendo. You're gonna come with me. Have a nice long nap. What the...
Enemy sighted. Encountered the enemy. Requesting backup.
Understood. Backup unit. Head to the first floor. ASAP. Corner the subject in warehouse B.
It's fine. Can't be anybody here. That is the first time I've ever seen one of those guys get out of a chokehold before.
Understood. Reinforcements are on the way to Strut F. Intensify the level of security.
I have never seen one of those guys ever get out of a chokehold. Apart from when I'm trying to do it. Right, we're gonna try this again, and you're gonna have a nice long nap. There you go. If you hold him long enough, eventually they just pass out. There we go. You sit there. Unfortunately, we ended up knocking one of the doors off the locker. Ooh. Why did caution just get renewed? Okay. Let's very quickly leg it over to the other side. Aha! The SG-1. Bingo!
Use your PSG-1 to take out the IR sensor's control units. Head to the connecting bridge between shells 1 and 2.
Apparently a vent in the corner here. Some sort of something. Ah, the PSG-1T. This is the Trank Sniper. Lots of dudes. Very quickly just run out the back. Leave them to do as they please. So now, let's give this a try. PSG-1.
Personnel, return to your stations.
Let's just run for it. Don't even slow down. Actually, what? We've got the level 3 card. Is that enough to get into this lower section down here? Oh, that's level 5. Okay.
Return to your positions. Increase security.
That's level 5 as well.
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements to Strut E. Exercise extreme caution.
Oh, hang on. I've just spotted something. There's apparently another little vent down here. Ah, ration. Could do with more of them. Okay, so we are going to equip box, and we're going to very slowly zoom. Just short of being able to get him. Can't even. Where the heck is he? He's supposed to be. Ah, there he. No, that's a different guy. Oh, well, let's just. If you're quick, yeah, when he looks left, that gives you more than enough time. Okay, Strut D, they're awake again. But now we don't need to worry about any of that anything. We can just run straight out the other door. Okay. PSG-1 time. So, got zoom. That's why I was taking shots at the camera drone. Careful. You know, let's use Pentasman. Oh, come on. Just sit still. There we go. Quiet them to the door. There's one. Let's see on the way. There it is. There's that really cheaty one. There's one right behind the flag. Hit it. I feel like this is what you're seeing here. This is less hand tremors and more like someone standing behind Raiden and sort of interfering with him. Okay. Let's equip the cigarettes and move. No, apparently that's still wasn't enough of them. Also, Pliskin says don't shoot the Semtex. Semtex is specifically designed to not go off when shot. That's the whole point of it. I don't see any more control units. I bet there's one like way over there. There is, I don't see it. Hang on, let's use the binoculars. Not seeing it. That one's taken out. Doesn't look like there's one over there. Is there a way to sneak past? Yeah, I know. I'm investigating to see if I can slip underneath. You don't need to tell me.
Raiden, you haven't destroyed all the control units yet. Use the first-person view or the sniper scope to look around.
Okay. No way I'm crawling under that. Got it. That's all I needed to know. None on that side. Are there any gonna be, like, under the bridge? Have they put some, like, right behind me? Ah, there it is. That's a dirty trick. Okay. Hey, we're through.
Raiden, I found us a ride.
I'm all ears.
One of the enemy's Kasatkas.
Is it in good shape?
Full tank. I'm heading for Shell 1 now. What about that Harrier?
It's not on the heliport here.
Good. I'll set this one down there then.
Can you cover the hostages? They're being held on level B1 in the core. Pliskin, you didn't happen to find any other places where hostages were being held, did you?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
How many hostages are there?
There's a few short of 30. One dead and several wounded.
The Kasatka's cargo area will hold 13 max.
What about the other Kasatka?
I sabotaged it. It can't come after us if it can't get off the ground. We'll have to make 2 trips.
Can you fly a Kasatka?
I have a pilot who's flown the civilian model, the KA-62 in VR. There's not a whole lot of difference between the military KA-60 and the civilian model.
Cleared for takeoff.
Right. Let me introduce you to my partner, Otacon.
Otacon?
Hey, Raiden. Nice to meet you.
He's there.
Damn! Right. I'll talk to you later.
Well, crap. I hope he's okay.
Colonel, I need some answers from you. Who exactly is Pliskin and his partner?
I know what you're thinking.
It keeps coming back to Shadow Moses. And now this Otacon.
AKA Hal Emmerich, PhD, a Shadow Moses survivor.
Rose?
Snake and Otacon both became fugitives after Shadow Moses, wanted for acts of terrorism.
An anti-Metal Gear organization.
They sabotaged and destroyed countless Metal Gear units throughout the world.
And were responsible for the incident 2 years ago that necessitated the construction of the Big Shell.
Snake and his partner aren't terrorists.
Jack, why are you defending
You sound
them?
very sure.
I look back on what I've done here so far, and things like training and sense of duty alone won't get you through a sneaking mission like this.
Jack, are you okay?
You need something higher. I can't think of the right word, but it has to be pure will, backed up by courage, or ideals, or something like that. I'd stake my life on it.
You
the
kind of
solid
are right
snake
now.
that saved Shadow Moses couldn't turn into a terrorist.
Maybe that's true, but they went down with that tanker 2 years ago. We even recovered Snake's body.
And the DNA test results on the body say it's him.
Jack, I know what you're saying, but Snake is dead. He can't be here, not even as this Dr. Hal Emmerich.
But that also means that he can't be the terrorist leader behind this thing.
This is all getting very twisted.
I've been waiting for you. A messenger from the Patriots.
The man himself.
Where do I know him from?
So you're the boss around here.
No, not just around here. I'm the boss to surpass Big Boss himself.
Bold words.
Solid Snake. No, that is not Solid Snake.
Wow, there was some real emotion in that.
What a pleasant surprise, brother.
Save it. You work of mine.
Don't say you've forgotten me, Snake.
Snake?
Right, take cover.
Wow, that's a heavy looking
Stop
suit.
impersonating him. Brother, I'm a whole different game from Liquid.
Whoa. Power up. Ow. Hope you didn't need those
That's
kidneys.
the best you can do, Snake.
Man, you're getting liberal with those
Did I get it?
with those 40mm. Oh boy. We fought a hind last time, now we've got a VTOL to take on.
We're in trouble. It's the Harrier.
Ow! That sounded like it hurt.
The world needs only one big boss. I'll drown you fools for interfering.
What the? You loon. I suppose you could pick us up in there, Snake.
Right. This is the Stinger missile launcher. The Kasaka can't stand up to the Harrier. You have to shoot the Harrier down.
Snake, we got company.
Alright. Boss fight. More of the best music.
Use this.
Snake will periodically... Snake will periodically throw us supplies if we ever start running low on ammo. And there's the bag. You can shoot at Snake. Don't do it. He'll shoot back. Sorry, just looking over at OBS just to make sure everything's in order, because I keep getting alerts saying that I'm low on storage space and I don't want to end up losing the recording. Oh god, burn! Oh shit. He's going to try and torch us with the engines, so you need to get under the bridge here. See if there's any useful supplies. No, just... Snake, help me! Snake will occasionally chip into the fight as well by taking grenade shots. Whoosh! And is that another hit? Okay. Shit. Ow.
Tougher than I thought.
I'm on fire. There we go. I'm alright. Just slightly on fire.
I'll let you go out in style.
Hit the deck. Oh crap, that's gonna hit the shell. Yeah.
Try dodging this.
That's a lot of explosions. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Yeah, teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Coming back around for another. There he is. Wow, that is a tight turn. Holy crap. Where did that missile go? Oh, I think I've made his AI wig out. Move, please. Oh, come on. I'm going deaf here. Damn it. I'm just blind shooting at him now. Coming around. It's just about to see the smoke.
I'll let you go out in style.
Oh, he's barnstorming the shell now. I don't. assuming that's going to be stinger ammo. Stop getting hung up on corners, right? There we go, stinger ammo. Oh! He came launching right at us, holy crap!
There's something coming up.
It caught the Harrier in its mouth.
That's Metal Gear. It's already active.
Oh boy. That's a lot of explosions. It's just nuking the whole shell. Drop onto that pipe. The one that's slick with bird shit.
They got my eye. Fab, go!
And do what?
Ha!
Splat. I forgot about this part.
Hey, what's that? It's running on water.
I'm pretty sure this came out before before The Incredibles did, and The Incredibles did that joke.
Raiden, you all right?
Yeah. How about you guys?
Barely managed, but we're all right.
The
Okay.
chopper?
We need some time for repairs.
Oh,
The president's all yours.
okay. Can I ask you something?
What?
Are you the Snake? They said you were dead.
No, not me. There are still too many things I need to do.
Snake, you're a legend, and that's why I need to ask you this.
Legend? A legend is nothing but fiction. Someone tells it, someone else remembers. Everybody passes it on.
I'm here because I was assigned to this mission, not because I want to. If I could, I'd be out of here in a second. How could you come back to all this? Why keep fighting?
There's something my best friend said to me once.
What?
We're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at, but at least I always fought for what I believed in.
What about the DNA results from that body?
That was Liquid's body. He and Snake are identical on the genetic level.
Liquid?
A
Dun,
deception
dun.
for our own protection. We stole his frozen body from some organization. Kind of a hassle, though.
That's all there is to it.
Are you two really an NGO?
Insofar as we're a non-profit organization of civilians advocating a cause, yes. The cause happens to be the eradication of Metal Gear.
We work on our own, but it's a cause worth fighting for.
Why would you stick your neck out for
Their own
something
little
this
Scooby
risky?
gang going on.
That's the way I used to look at it 4 years ago. I was holed up in the middle of nowhere in Alaska, drinking too much.
We have a responsibility to the coming generations, to the world,
What responsibility?
to keep track of the mistakes we've made as a species.
We need to remember, to spread the word, to fight for change, and that's what keeps me alive.
You think you can
Damn
change the
right.
future?
I'm not as arrogant as that.
What you do isn't grassroots activism. It's more like terrorism.
I admit that.
But our group,
They're only calling it
Philanthropy,
terrorism
received
because,
some information. A
Metal
new
Gear is
Metal Gear
owned by
prototype was being developed
government
here,
entities.
and terrorists were planning to raid the facility. The information came from a very reliable source.
So you're here to...
We're here to stop all that. But I also have a personal motive.
Looks like the terrorists have his sister in the big shell. We're here on our own, not under anyone's orders. We have our own battles. Otacon's here for someone. I'm not.
This is a military mission.
I'm sure you'd like to think so. But like I said earlier,
Jack,
we
are you
might be on
alright?
here on behalf of
Just
the
barely.
Illuminati.
You almost gave me a heart attack.
Sorry, it wasn't intentional.
I know that. And I know I need to stay stronger.
Say a prayer for me, Rose, so I can come back.
You will make it back. I'm with you all the way, remember.
That means a lot to me, you know.
I'm going to save the data, okay, Jack?
Oh yeah, I should probably say, shouldn't I?
Colonel, Metal Gear's already gone active.
It's not too late. You can still prevent a nuclear strike by securing the president and preventing password confirmation from taking place. Get to the president. He's in the core section of Shell 2.
I'm checking the satellite images.
Get
Looks
ready
like
for
you can
the
get to the
worst
core
part
from
of
the
the
other side of strut
game.
L.
The core hasn't gone under yet from what we can tell. Follow the railings down, then jump onto the pipes.
The only viable strut in the outer perimeter is the L. That attack just now doesn't make any sense. It's like they have no more use for this place.
Colonel, you were monitoring the codec calls. That man was the real Snake all along.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Don't let your guard down with him.
Why do you say that?
Because they were never a part of the simulation. They're an unknown factor.
You can take your simulation and... We're out here, we bleed, we die.
Calm down.
I suggest that you do, Raiden. Even if that is Snake. That has no bearing on your mission.
Colonel, you and Snake used to be on the same side. I don't understand. I read about you and Snake in the Darkness of Shadow Moses.
I don't give a damn what that piece of trash said. Do you get me?
The book In the Darkness of Shadow Moses was the book that Natasha, the character that we never spoke to throughout the whole game, wrote about her experiences. Heck. So we're going to be very careful. I'm going to crawl the whole way because if you slip on that bird shit, that's instant death. Come on. Stand. Yep. Crawl give you a lot more control over movement in general. Can I not get up there? So, here's the thing you can do. We've still got the coolant spray. Spray this on the fire and put it out. Come on. Go out. Go out. There's goodies over there. I can see them. What? Raiden!
Raiden, are you all right? Answer me. Raiden!
Well, He did. Okay, I'm gonna take just a real quick second. We'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. Sorry about that. Let's try this again. Okay, and down. I just... No, I have to put it out first. Raiden. Okay. So let's try this again. With putting this out. Just instantly starts back up again. Come on, I know you can get over there. I know you can jump over there and get those items. Because I've done it before. I remember in the strategy guide it says, okay, in order to get these items you need to put the fire out using the coolant spray. There's items over there. What? Raiden. Why?
Right, come in. Right.
Okay. I'm gonna try one thing that I'm pretty sure you can do. There is a way to just like do a flying leap.
What's going on? Raiden! Raiden!
There is a way to just like flying leap over to the other side there. Yes! Effortless. Ah! That's the phone finally. Yeah. Nope. Didn't mean to do that, but it was basically saying use the coolant spray. There we are. Okay, so you can't put out the red flames with the coolant spray. Alright, so we now have AK suppressor. There we are, we now have a silenced AK. Oh god, it's all coming down.
This is not a pretty sight.
Oh boy.
Hurry up and check the situation.
Take him in the leg. Where's the other one? There we go, that's... So... Let's just wait for them to fall asleep. That's one down, and the other one should be going any second. There he goes. Hoppa. I do love Raiden's, like, 8-foot vertical backflip that he does to get over railings. Also, if you don't get caught during that bit, if you don't get caught during this bit, then you can see a Easter egg. Crap. Ow. Okay. No Easter egg. It's supposed to be right about here, I think. That a different guy shows up and he starts peeing over the edge.
Titan security. Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
Wasn't expecting the floor to drop away though. Yeah, it's right here that a guy up top will just start peeing over the edge. Up and down. Raiden. Hear it. There it is. It's all the way down here. Ooh, rations. Excellent. You may notice the reason why I just like randomly start spraying bullets into walls is because this game came out on the PS2, and the PS2 had pressure sensitive buttons, which not going in there, which the PS3 does not. It's on or off. There is no in between. What? Level 5? Okay. Who's ready for an extremely dumb maneuver? Flying leap? Ugh.
Personnel, return to your stations.
Okay, and we're through. Phew. Shell 1 purification. Alright, who's ready for the worst part of the goddamn game?
Olga, Snake, he's here. In Shell 1.
My father had some unfinished business with him.
Olga, calm yourself. Change the plan because of your personal feelings.
Then screw your plan. I've been waiting for this day for 2 years, and I will send him to the bottom of the ocean, right next to my old man.
The launch comes first.
Damn it. Where's Ocelot?
Not here.
I don't trust him.
There is
Don't
also
talk that way about one of your own.
He's not one of my own. He left my father to die, remember?
Olga,
Killed your father.
we'll talk later. We need to get started on the final checks for the unit.
All right. I'm headed back there.
The upper connecting bridge to Shell 1 is down.
What about the chopper?
The cam-off is out of action. Take the oil fence from strut L.
I'll tell my men to start pulling out.
Not yet. Their retrieval comes last. The intruder's still at large.
Snake.
What about the other man?
He's got luck
he's
on
right
his
there.
side, certainly.
Luck isn't the
He
word I'd
survived
use.
that explosion. Listen, Olga, the code confirmation is in 1 hour. Keep the president alive until then.
I know. No one gets in here. Turn the currents on.
Of course.
The currents, you say?
High voltage currents on.
The door stays shut unless the president manages to take out that circuit panel from inside the room. And it's no job for bare hands.
All right. Come back immediately.
One more thing.
What?
We leave for Russia when this business is done. I want half the money for that.
Of course. That was part of the agreement.
Don't stick your head out when she's coming right towards you.
We start living for ourselves after this. If there's anyone who wants to stay here, I want you to take good care of them.
Gladly. Gerlukovich soldiers are the cream of the crop.
It's time they went free.
What happened to rebuilding Mother Russia?
The old man is dead. The world is a different place now.
It's your life.
Just as a reminder, I'm going to say this again, one last time. Don't try anything on us.
The feeling is mutual.
Infighting.
I'm in front of the room where they're keeping the president.
Everything all right?
No sign of flooding, but I can't get close to the door. The floor is electrified.
Don't test it. You'll be bacon.
Any suggestions?
Remember the Shadow Moses VR training?
Take out the circuit panel?
Right.
But there's no way into the room.
Try ventilation ducts.
Yeah, I think I see one.
Look for a remote control missile launcher. You can guide it through the duct into the room.
Then target the circuit panel. Got it.
Right, but make sure you don't hit the president.
The president is
Should be
wired
easy
with
enough.
nanomachines. If we know the frequency, I can raise him.
We've tried that repeatedly, but there's no response. It looks like the walls have a built-in radio shield.
So that's why Ames lost contact with him.
If you need to confirm his position, you can log into the node.
Understood.
Locate a remote control missile launcher first.
Alright. Prez. Let's have our pistol at hand and start poking around. Nothing down here. There's nobody here. Is that ammo or is that the... Oh shit, the bed. That's one, and that's... Come on. Die! There we go. Another vent over here. Ah, the M4. Assault rifle. I don't remember how that gun sizes up versus the AK. There's nobody here. This is deeply unnerving. Says El Presidente. That's Sting again. Hey. Yeah, this is what I remember. You can antagonize the president by just...
Who's there?
You can just annoy him by repeatedly bonking on the wall. He doesn't do anything, he just sits there being grumpy. Alright, let's give Pliskin a shout. Well, Snake really, and ask him where we can find a missile launcher.
Snake, do you know where I can find some remote-controlled missiles?
Remote-controlled missiles? I saw something on B1 in the core of Shell 2. But be careful. Contaminated seawater's broken out of the tanks thanks to that explosion. Most of B1 is probably flooded by now.
Alright, worst part of the game, let's go. Press the button, Raiden. Can't do this part without the map. So those blue markers, those are air pockets. Splosh, splosh, splosh. So how do I... There we go, circle. Got your feet wet.
Colonel, B1 is completely flooded from what I can see.
You'll have to swim through.
I'm fine with swimming.
Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button.
Gently
push it in
pedal.
rapid succession to swim faster.
Change your heading with the left stick. Up will take you up, down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions.
What is that delivery?
The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware of that.
Ugh. Oh god, you can't move while in first person mode. Down. Alright, so yeah, we want to explore around until we can find the rocket launcher. Ah, night vision goggles. Night vision. Oh, good lord. Because we're in bright light. Night vision goggles not gonna fly. Up to this one again. See, this is why you don't leave your O2 mask on the elevator. And this way. What the? That fucking sea mine. Alright. Rocket launcher achieved.
You have the remote-controlled missile. Good job. Now head for the
Good
first
job.
floor of the Shell 2 core. Take out the power source and make contact with the President before the launch code can be reconfirmed. Hurry.
Let's just boogie. Please don't get caught on corners, Raiden. Instant frustration. Just add water. So we now have the roquette launcher, giant frigging tube cannon. Wait. No. What the? I pressed cancel. Why are you going back down? And then I pressed... The controls are inverting themselves on me. Pressed circle and it went back down, and pressed X and it cancelled out of it. Bizarre. Alright, so... Good, those are still dead. Out of the way, Mr. President. And Lambo. There we go, job done. You can explode the president. Don't do it, it doesn't help.
President Johnson,
So you're finally here.
you've been expecting me?
Your equipment, that skull suit isn't exactly standard military issue.
Are you all right, sir?
Is this some kind of sick joke? I thought you came to kill me.
What?
I'm prepared to face the consequences of my betrayal.
What are you... What the...
You're a man? Well, who are you?
Foxhound, sir.
Foxhound? I see. Now things are starting to make a little sense.
I never understood that. Where he just, like, randomly honks Raiden. Just like, why?
Switch over to nano-communication so nobody can listen in.
Yes, sir.
It's also massively cheaper to animate.
Do you read me, sir?
Yes.
Mr. President, it's my understanding that the terrorists have managed to input the code sequence necessary for launching a nuclear strike.
That's correct. I punched the sequence in myself.
You're working for them?
If you asked me 2 hours ago, my answer would have been yes. Right now, they're keeping me alive until my vital signs are reconfirmed.
They betrayed you?
I wouldn't quite put it that way. I wanted power. They sought destruction.
But why stoop
You're
to
already
terrorism?
You're
I
already
wanted
the...
absolute power.
You're the
But
president!
you're the president. You have power.
No, I'm just a figurehead.
What?
I don't have any control. The real power is in the Patriots' hands.
The Patriots?
The truth behind this country. I'm not surprised you've never heard of them. Very few are aware of their existence, even among those with code word clearance.
Huh?
Politics, the military, the economy, they control it all. They even choose who becomes president. Putting it simply, the Patriots rule this country.
No.
Hard to believe, isn't it? But it's the truth. The space defense, income tax reduction, and national missile defense programs. Every policy that's been credited to me was actually done according to their instructions.
Space defense was initiated by Congress.
That's what the Patriots want the country to believe. It's all a show. Democracy is just a filler for textbooks. Think about it. Do you actually believe that public opinion influences the government?
No.
This country is shaped and controlled as the Patriots see fit. The people are shown what they want to believe. What you call government is actually a well-staged production aimed at satisfying the public.
Huh?
Don't look at me like that. I'm legally sane, you know.
It's not your sanity that worries me.
The Patriots. Even I don't know who the actual members are. Are they financial, political, or military leaders? No one knows who the Patriots really are. Even my instructions come from a cutout. All I've been told is that every key decision is made by a group of 12 men, known as the Wise Men's Committee.
Your office? The White House?
Merely puppets, pawns in a game. By pledging my loyalty, an insignificant son of a senator was awarded the presidency. Of course, that wasn't the only price I had to pay.
What do you mean?
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece. I wanted to leave my own mark in history, but my ambitions were... You'll understand someday. I wished to be a member of the Patriots. I wanted to wield the power of a king instead of being an expendable pawn.
And that justifies acts of terrorism?
Yes. I'd intended to use the new Metal Gear as a bargaining chip.
Bargaining chip?
But I underestimated Solidus. He actually wants to challenge the Patriots, even if it means the destruction of the world.
What are you saying?
Whether you believe it or not, the balance of power rests in the hands of the Patriots. They regulate the country's various interests through controlled presentation, staging a drama that is palatable to the general masses. Can you imagine what would happen if they ceased to function? Picture a massive political vacuum, a space that every powermonger will try to fill for their own greedy ends. I'm talking about an unregulated power struggle, panic, civil war, chaos. Like it or not, the Patriots is an organization that must continue to exist.
So you changed your mind because you wanted to avoid global chaos.
Exactly. When I told Solidus that I wished to prevent disaster, he replied that pawns can never become players.
And who is this Solidus?
My predecessor, George Sears. That was the name the public came to know him by. I knew him by his code name, Solidus Snake. He was the third Snake, preceded by Solid and Liquid, a survivor of the Les Enfants Terribles project. Neither solid nor liquid, he was a well-balanced masterpiece that the Patriots saw fit to entrust with the presidency. However, he fell out of grace with the organization 4 years ago. When acting on his own, he started an incident.
4 years ago? Shadow Moses.
That's right. At the time, the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, together with certain influential parties, initiated the development of Metal Gear Rex and an advanced nuclear warhead. However, this did not fall in line with the Patriots' plans. What's more, Solidus decided on his own to send his most trusted man, Ocelot, to provoke Liquid Snake, bringing about the said incident. As a result, he succeeded in obtaining Rex and the data on the warhead. But in doing so, he ended up revealing the existence of both Rex and the Genome Army, a blunder that earned him the wrath of the Patriots. Shortly thereafter, Solidus was removed from the presidential office.
I thought he resigned.
That's the story given to the general public. Following his resignation, the Patriots selected me, their new pawn, for the presidency.
But that would mean that the presidential race was...
That was quite a show, wasn't it? It was a well-scripted drama staged by the Patriots for the benefit of the public. Even the Democrats and Republicans were dancing to the Patriots' tune. Everything went according to plan, but for one exception. Following his resignation, Solidus' health was scheduled to fail him, bringing about his untimely death.
Capped?
Correct. But before the Patriots
Great
could
way of putting
execute
it.
their plot, Solidus went underground with the help of Ocelot. As he avoided pursuit, Solidus gained control of Dead Cell, winning over Colonel Galukovich's outfit. From there, he bided his time, knowing that his opportunity would soon arrive.
What opportunity?
The completion of the new Metal Gear project, an opportunity that would even his odds against the Patriots. By stealing the Patriots' most valued project, he would be able to place them in a very uncomfortable position. It's the only chance he has for survival. Once he has the new Metal Gear, he'll declare war against the Patriots. Needless to say, he must be stopped.
Metal Gear is already operational.
No, not yet. What you saw was Metal Gear Ray, hijacked 2 years ago from the Marines by Ocelot. That was not the new Metal Gear.
Then where's the new Metal Gear?
Right here.
What?
You're standing in it. To be more precise, this entire big shell facility is the new Metal Gear.
Would you say?
No, I'm quite serious. The upper structure that you've seen is camouflage, designed to represent an offshore cleanup facility. The main structure extends from the foundation all the way down to the ocean floor. The connecting elevator is located on the B2 floor of the Shell 1 core. Arsenal
You may remember
Gear.
we walked right
That's
past
the
it
code name
when we were picking
for
up
the
the
new Metal Gear.
when we were picking up
Arsenal?
the directional mic.
That's right. Arsenal. We're talking about an impregnable fortress carrying a load of over a couple of thousand missiles, including nuclear warheads, all protected by a horde of mass-produced Metal Gear Ray units.
Mass-produced?
The Ray unit was originally designed for the Marines to be used as a countermeasure against the Metal Gear variations throughout the world. The Patriots had Ray redesigned to protect the new Arsenal Gear.
So now anti-Metal Gears are guarding a Metal Gear.
Ironic, isn't it? That's not all. Arsenal Gear has full access to the military's tactical network, giving it the ability to exercise absolute control over our nation's armed forces, not to mention our nuclear armament. In short, Arsenal was created to be the core of our country.
What kind of idiotic weapon?
Weapon? No. You're not seeing the full picture. Arsenal Gear is more than just a military tool. It is a means to preserve the world as it is. It will establish a new form of control. The Patriots will use it to keep their place as the country's true rulers. Right now, they feel pressured and threatened.
By what?
They fear an overabundance of digital information. The world will drown in the coming flood of information, and they along with it. The Arsenal plans include a system to digitally manage the flow of information.
You're more right than you know.
Making it possible to shape the truth for their own purposes. In short, the Arsenal system is the key to their supremacy.
The key?
Yes, the GW system is the Patriots' trump card. Arsenal Gear will be fully operational when GW is successfully integrated. Once operational, it will be a completely new form of power for the Patriots to wield. I had hoped to seize the project from them, so that I would be in a strong bargaining position.
Bargain for what?
I'd hoped to trade my way into their ranks. Solidus preferred rebellion. Outer Heaven, his plan to unleash a nuclear blast over the skies of Wall Street to break the Patriots' control over the business community, is also a key factor in his offensive effort.
Is it just me, or is the dialogue getting quieter?
Listen, there isn't much time. The football served as the key for activating Arsenal Gear. I've already input the necessary code sequence. It won't be long before GW begins to establish connections with other external systems, and Arsenal Gear becomes fully operational. Stop them before that happens. That is your role.
Role?
You've got to find Emma Emmerich. She's the only one who can stop that thing once it's been activated.
Emma Emmerich?
She's the system programmer for Arsenal Gear. I believe she's somewhere on level B1 in the core of this building.
I thought the levels below us were flooded.
I'm sure they won't let her die just yet, as she's the only remaining programmer for this project. According to Ocelot, she was being held in a locker room located in the northwest part of level B1. Cut transmission and get moving.
All right.
This is card 4. It'll give you access all the way to Emma's location. Give this to her when you find her.
What is it?
A program for disrupting the control functions between GW and Arsenal Gear. Take Emma to the computer room on level B2, Shell 1 core. She'll know how to load the program into the main system.
A virus?
That's right, modeled after Foxdie, a biological weapon designed to selectively eliminate personnel with a specific genetic code.
But why do you have it?
The Patriots had it engineered as a failsafe, and Ocelot forgot to search me. You've got to hurry.
Yes, I'm sure
that
he
disk is the
forgot.
only way you're going to stop Arsenal. Well, I've told you everything you need to know. There's only one thing that remains to be done. kill me.
What the?
There's no time to argue. The final check for my vital ID will start any second. If you kill me now, you'll at least prevent the nuclear strike.
Cut it out!
Do it! That's your role! Pull!
That's abusing your right to free speech, Mr. President. Or is it ex-president?
The president! Why did you...
Alas, my finger must have slipped. I'll see you around, carrier boy.
Forget him. He did us a favor. Without free will, there is no difference between submission and rebellion. My only real choice is to put an end to this charade. Let me at least have the freedom to end it myself.
What are you...
Find Emma. Stop Arsenal. This is my last order as your commander-in-chief. I'm counting on you.
And so he ended up setting up events for the rest of the series, more or less. Well, R.I.P. Mr. President. We should probably let Campbell know. No response. That's worrying. Oh, there it goes.
Colonel, the president is dead.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Where do we go from here?
Your mission was to rescue the president and eliminate the terrorist threat. However, given the recent turn of events, we will honor the president's last directive. You must put a stop to Arsenal gear once and for all.
Do you actually think there's any truth to his story about this big shell facility being a front for Arsenal gear?
I don't have the security clearance necessary to verify the facts. However, he was the president. I'm sure he knew what he was talking about.
Aren't you forgetting that he was part of the terrorist plot?
All the more reason why I believe
words.
his information is reliable.
Huh?
We're talking about a man who chose to die rather than risk a nuclear holocaust. Thanks to his sacrifice, the Nuclear Launch Authority has shifted to the vice president, effectively eliminating the terrorist threat.
Colonel, when you put it like that, it almost sounds like I should have assassinated the president to eliminate the threat.
That was not my intention. I was trying to point out that there is certainly some credibility to the words of a man who chose death to protect the innocent.
The Colonel has a point, Jack.
What about the information he gave me on the Patriots?
That's a new one on me. I'll see what I can find out. Raiden, we're running out of time. Find Emma. She's supposed to be located on level B1 in the core of that building you're in, right? You've got to find her before Arsenal becomes fully operational.
Hurry, Jack.
It's up to you to make sure that the president didn't sacrifice his life in vain.
Understood.
Was
Raiden out.
Was it a sacrifice when Ocelot just shot him? Is that really a sacrifice?
What's your status, Raiden?
Snake, the president, he's been assassinated.
What?
There was nothing I could do.
What about the nuclear strike code sequence?
He died before his vital ID could be reconfirmed.
Then the enemy's lost their nuclear strike capability.
But that Ocelot guy obviously killed the president on purpose.
Why?
It doesn't make any sense. They had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the president.
Maybe there's a way to launch without reconfirming the vital ID.
Or maybe they found a more effective weapon within Arsenal gear.
You knew about Arsenal gear?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
You never asked.
Am I correct in assuming you also know that the big shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal gear? Yeah, I did. It's exactly what the President and Ames described. A
Thanks,
massive cover
Snake.
story. The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment, so we won't have to worry about any toxic gas being released if we have to blow the house down.
Right. And when did you find out about all of this?
It took a while, but we uncovered the info around the time you took out that mad bomber. There's no doubt that Arsenal gear is being built here. Then it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
I took these photos 2 years ago.
I know these pictures. They were on the news, on several websites. If I remember right, the reporters blamed you for sinking the tanker.
That's right. Otacon, me, we were used.
We'd hoped that by going public with photos of the new Metal Gear, we could persuade the government. At least that was the plan at the time.
I've gone through VR training of the tanker mission before.
Yeah? Well, I doubt it accurately simulates the events of that mission.
Yeah. Not likely.
I'd infiltrated the dummy tanker to obtain proof that a Metal Gear was under development. Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among the raiding party.
Yeah, and him.
Who are you talking about?
A man that was supposed to be dead.
Their target was also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
So he betrayed them?
I don't know what kind of deal was going down. All I remember is what Ocelot said at the time. Something like, "I'm taking it back."
Ocelot then sank the tanker, along with the soldiers of the Marine Corps.
How did you manage to get out?
Otacon managed to have a small boat ready for me.
That was the easy part. The tough part was not getting dragged down with a sinking tanker. Small miracle when you think about it. It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us. Photos of Snake, taken by the Cypher, were released to the public. In turn, we became the world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
It was definitely a move aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose Snake?
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero. I think the Patriots weren't too happy about that.
You knew about the Patriots?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
It seems like everyone knows about them except me.
They didn't choose Snake to be a hero.
So they decided to do a smear campaign.
I think the Patriots wanted to make an example of him so everybody would think twice before opposing them.
That's it! They set all this up just to nail you guys.
No, there's more to it than that. The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project. To be more precise, the Patriots considered Metal Gear Ray to be a thorn in their side. Hence, they attacked the dummy tanker and stole Ray.
So
They followed
Ocelot's
this up
working
with
for
a
the
perfect
Patriots.
plan. They immediately sent a fully loaded tanker to the same location and sank it. Then set up the facility to camouflage the development of Arsenal Gear.
And we fell for it. 2 more puppets in their show.
Colonel Gerlukovich and his daughter Olga?
Both fell victim to Ocelot's plot.
Was Solidus behind all this? He used Ocelot to get hold of Ray, huh?
No, he was underground, keeping a low profile at the time.
Then it must be the Patriots.
If that's the case, what's Ocelot doing alongside Solidus?
Probably the same thing he did alongside Liquid. Setting him up to fall.
Forget it. We're wasting time. We can figure this out later. The nuclear strike's been prevented, but Arsenal still has a massive payload of missiles to deal with.
Right. If the opposition gets control of those missiles...
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Wait a second. Isn't Emma Emmerich?
My sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me. She's a computer whiz who specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Whatever her reasons, we need her in
Well, the
order to
president
stop
did
Arsenal.
say.
Raiden, find her.
I'm on
The
my
president
way.
did say that they were building a project to sort through massive amounts of digital information, so presumably they were making her work on that. Alright, back down again. Nope, that's the wrong door. Alright. So now for part 2 of the swimming. Actually, you know what? Looking at the time, we're not going to have enough time. Looking at the time we're at now, we're not going to have long enough to get through all this. So we're going to save here, and we will pick up again on Wednesday.
Jack, do you need to save?
Yes. Save and we'll come back next time. Because I've only got like 15 minutes left on this session, so I'd rather have the full 2 hours. Alright.
Jack.
What is it?
I've always been alone.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm so lonely.
Lonely? Rose, we've always...
Not always.
What do you mean?
You've never slept beside me.
What are you talking about?
After we've been together in my room, you stay awake all night, or you head for the door.
Is this really the time to bring this up?
Why, Jack? Why?
Listen, Rose, I'm right in the middle of a mission, and
Why? Why can't you relax when you're with me?
Look, the mission,
Why don't you open up to me?
Rose, I just can't.
All I ever wanted was to share
I've got my teeth
your dreams,
clenched.
to
I'm
spend
not gonna
a
say
meaningful
anything.
evening with you. I just wanted to find you by my side when I woke up. Is that asking too much?
It's the night. I'm scared of the night. It's got nothing to do with you.
Scared of the night? What's that supposed to mean?
I can't relax when I'm with someone.
Jack, you wouldn't even let me in your room.
I need privacy. I just can't be bothered.
Bothered?
Wrong word. What I wanted to say was that there are certain things that I have to keep to myself.
Do you remember that time I forced my way into your room?
You
We've
broke
known
into his
each other
house?
for almost a year, and you blew up. It was the first time you ever raised your hand against me. I was so worried about you.
You broke into his house?
I'm sorry.
It wasn't your violent nature that scared me. It was your room, your heart.
Stop it.
There wasn't anything in your room. Only a bed and a small desk. It looked like a prison cell.
If that's all he needs, then what
Rose?
is it?
No
What is it to
television set.
you?
No family pictures. Not even a poster.
Rose, I only use that room for sleeping.
A lifeless room. Almost like your empty heart.
That's why I tried to keep you out.
I thought I was beginning to understand you. Until I saw that room.
Would you have been happier if I had a picture of you hanging on the wall?
That's not what I was trying to say.
Enough, Rose. We'll talk about this later. After the mission.
Right. After the mission. I understand.
If he's living on base, then... Oh my god. No, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not doing this 2 sessions in a row. We'll come back next time, and we'll finish this. See you all then. Thank you, good night, and much love.